The following podcast is a member of the Pokecasters Network. Pokecasters Network, supporting Pokemon content creators, their shows, and the community of Pokemon fans. To find out more, check out PokecastersNetwork.com or find us on Twitter and Facebook.
There's another show. That's an intro right there.
I mean, yeah, but realistically, this episode comes out in August, and depending by then how you schedule things, it might be close enough.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes that Scratch is an overpowered move. I am your host, your PM, your DM, your GM, Andrew himself, and with me here getting inundated with Discord notifications.
It's me, Muhammad. Apparently I'm popular? I don't know when this happened. I'm scared.
So I made a decision to change my notifications so that all of them would show up instead of just ats for one channel. And while it is better at making me involved in the conversation, the downside is my phone constantly looks like it's got Discord notifications going on, which is, it's a choice that I have made.
It takes a while to fine-tune your Discord notifications to be, the right amount of I need to see this, and also I am not flooded. There's a balance. There's a balance.
Mm-hmm. I have swung in the other direction.
I'm just too popular now. That's all it is. Now my Discord notifications just go crazy, but I also need to see all of them, and I don't understand it. It's scary. It's terrifying.
If sound was on, we'd just be hearing in the background of Muhammad saying every now and then, just ding.
I
ding,
mean, Here's a fun little tidbit. Normally my phone is, on my desk, next to me as it would be. For recordings, I now throw the phone onto my bed so that the vibration doesn't get caught in the microphone because of all these Discord notifications. Whether this is a bit or whether this is reality, you will never know.
Speaking of bits, Mansoor unfortunately not with us today, though closer than you may think, at least to us. In DC right now, surprisingly enough. He said he was in DC. I'm trying to remember the reason. Hold up, let me grab my phone. But he's in DC, which is actually relatively close to where we are compared to, Timbuktu and all those other areas.
What's he do? Did he say anything about what he's doing there?
Yeah, hold up. Looking through it right now. He's that doesn't make sense. I didn't know Mansoor was into baseball. He says he's watching a Nationals game right now.
I'm not gonna lie. That is one of the more concerning things you could have told me.
That's concerning to me, if only because I don't think the Nationals are playing at the time that he sent that text. Because I was at 9 in the morning. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, it's just concerning to me the fact that he is.
He's watching a Nationals game.
Well, the fact that he is in DC, and the thing that he is doing in DC is being at a baseball game. For as much as Ralph loved baseball, Mansoor doesn't. So, this is concerning. I'm a little worried.
I'm even more concerned that the Nationals, as of this recording, have been on an away game streak right now. They haven't been at least a weekish since they were last home, and somehow he popped in yesterday and said he was watching that. All right, whatever. All right, well, them hope either the Nationals or the team they were playing yesterday won, depending on what Mansoor's.
I hope the game ended. For his sanity.
Honestly, for baseball, that's not a terrible shout. The baseball games don't exactly have time limits or mercy rules easily implemented.
It's not like there have been baseball games that have gone on for, 15 hours in the past. It's not like that's a thing that's never happened,
All right, wishing Mansoor luck that a team won the match.
That the game ended.
The game ended, yeah, honestly, rain delay, whatever needed to happen to get that game over.
Dude, 21 innings, rain delay, getting the third baseman in to pitch because you've gone through all your pitching staff. Oh, yeah. Everything that could go wrong can go wrong. Everything that can go wrong in a baseball game makes it go incredibly wrong. I fumbled that at the start, but shaky landing, but we made it. We made
it. Speaking of shaky landings, that battle though.
There was a bit of a shaky landing there.
Yeah.
You want to recap it?
Well,
can you recap it?
That's a valid question.
Do you want to try to recap it?
I just rolled a nat 1, so I'm gonna say no. I can't recap it.
No. I feel like because you rolled a nat 1, you have to try to recap it.
Oh, that's even worse.
No, like
okay.
you rolled for getting out of this, and you rolled a nat 1.
Oof. All right. Well, I highly recommend checking out the last episode because it's been a minute since we recorded, and I only remember big details.
I mean, I'll help you out if you want.
Please do.
I
need a support role.
I'll do the thing that you do at the end where it's like, oh, you have anything to add? You know?
Yes. So last time on Not a Scratch, and again, highly recommend checking out the last episode in case you didn't. Adam showed up in a dream that Kyle had, where basically a bunch of bad guys, including Hoopa, who is big bad, presumably, was about to beat up Kyle until Adam showed up, and then it was a fairer fight. They fought for a while. Adam mega evolved. Kyle fainted at least once. I can't remember if he fainted twice.
It was twice. Great.
Fainted at least once, now twice. But due to the raw power of friendship / Adam mega evolving / just Kamehameha waves of energy blasted across each other, good guys win, or at least our side won. At which point all the bad guys vanished. Adam poofs himself out. Kyle does a bit of exploration near this volcano that everyone was at and finds a red key that he switches out, I think, for a stun seed or something like that because his bag was full. And as looking around, about to head out of this Inception level dream, notices in the distance a gazebo, a very familiar gazebo that could also be called a pavilion or other words that we probably use that I've forgotten. A memorial. It's basically the Lincoln Memorial, except it's a gazebo and there's a table there. And yes, it's that one. That's where we ended the episode. Please help me if I missed anything.
You got most of it. I mean, the big revelations last time were Mega Evolution is a thing. Adam could do it, but also I get Mega Stones are single-use consumable items here.
Yeah, Mega Stones are. There is no Mega. What's the alternative?
There's no Keystones.
The Keystones. That's it. There's no Keystones or anything like that. Instead, you just get the Your Name Ite itself, break it, and then you become the Mega.
You Mega until the end of the encounter, basically.
Yes. There's no turn
until the end of the encounter when you choose to revert. But why would you choose to revert in the middle of the encounter? That was one big revelation. Then at the end of the battle, not at the end. Was it at the end of the battle or at the beginning of the battle? No, at the beginning of the battle. When Adam pops in and Adam and Hoopa have their little confrontation, exposition before the battle. Hoopa reveals that they in fact are the mole.
Jokes on all of you who thought there was a mole on the team. Please, come on, think of it logistically.
Yeah, no, that was basically it. It's how do you think we know everything? I'm, one of the legendaries.
I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, I literally sit in on all the meetings, so I'm always a step ahead. So that was revealed. And yeah, the other piece of knowledge acquired at the very end, or then at the end of the battle, Hoopa escapes with an escape orb, taking all of the downed bad guys with him. So Adam and Kyle kind of just stayed alive and didn't even stop anything because they were looking for the fiery drum and didn't get it. And then we learned that
it wasn't there.
It wasn't there. And then we learned that Heatran's there sleeping, there's a red key, and this is apparently still in the dream world, apparently. Either that or the dream world is somewhere in the real world. One of the two. We don't know which.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going through the episode in my head, did I miss anything?
Yeah, that was it.
That's basically it.
I just filled in the specific details. Because it was, for as long of an episode as it was, 90% of it was just battle.
Yeah, wow. So for all of you battle fans, we got one for you.
Oh, did we have a battle? It was great.
Yes. That is basically it there. Yeah, I was about to ask, like, do you have anything to add? But you're the one that
I
obviously just added
did
it.
I did that. I did the adding.
All right, great. So without further ado, because I got nothing else, let us officially dive on in. So, as we dive on in, I want to start off this with a question. I don't want to ask, like, are you going to do this? Have you exited this level of the dream, or do we start off with you realizing there's a gazebo and having some sort of interaction there?
You gave me the realization, like, as I'm on my way, like, out of the dream, like, drifting back to sleep, kind of.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's
So
when
in
you
that
gave me
case,
that's when you gave me the realization.
So in that case, as you're fizzling out of the dream world, you notice the pavilion in the distance with probably some sort of like, hey, that building looks. Wait a minute, like
Wait
that
a minute,
sort of
and then just
poof. We pop off a level above because, as a reminder, you're sleeping in a giant tower in the sky, and as you open your eyes there, again you see basically like the top of a tower that you're looking off of, with a couple feet tall walls, probably like around 10 feet tall walls. And Rayquaza still in the sky doing a figure eight, basically, as you awaken from your dream within a dream.
yeah. I mean, there's still nothing to do in this level of dream, is there?
There's not. This is more of just a moment of reflection on like the heck just happened.
All right, but the real question: how is my belly and how is my health now that I have awoken from my dream?
How would it be? Doing the math here.
Are you allowing me to recover some of my?
I think you would
HP and
recover it
belly?
all. I think you would recover it all.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I am,
I'm gonna make,
I am
I'm gonna make the stamp
apparently
that you're
somehow
recovering.
well rested, even though I had near-death experiences in my sleep.
Yes.
Did you ever give me? You did give me.
I did give experience. Yes.
You did give me experience for the one foe that was up that I did actually successfully knock
That
out.
you saw defeat. I think.
No,
I think
no,
you-
no, no, no. The one.
I think you also knocked them out. But
I got KO'd and missed out on experience for two of them.
from the rest, yeah. So once you KO, it resets, and then you got back up, fell down
so
again,
I did.
back up, or
Yeah,
something like that.
I did only faint once though.
There's
because I got
some-
experience.
There's some time period that you were able to get the experience, and at which point I gave you the experience.
I got the XP just for the Zoroark
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. because we didn't actually KO Hoopa because Hoopa was like, nope, I'm out of here.
Nope. Bye bye. Yes. Okay. So as you're on top of the tower, you kind of wake up in a start. Rayquaza still again doing figure eights up top. Nobody else in this vicinity. If you were to look off the tower, you would just see a bunch of clouds, and that's it. Sun in the distance. Don't look at the sun. You'll go blind, and that will cause major problems.
Yep.
So
Kyle's just gonna lay back and continue his cloud watching, but instead of cloud watching, he's dragon watching, I guess.
yeah, you continue to watch Rayquaza in the sky. It looks like it's changed the pattern that it's going on. It's no longer figure eight. It looks kind of like a square, maybe something like that. You can roll
Roll a d10 for the number of sides on this polygon.
roll investigation or perception, your choice. Depending on that, I'll give you different. You can roll. Okay, so I'll be more specific. You can roll perception to see what the shape is, or investigation to see what Rayquaza's doing.
I was gonna say, I feel like Kyle wouldn't be so concerned as to the pattern of the flight as to the reasons behind the flight. So that was gonna be my justification for investigation.
Cool.
9 + 1. We got him.
10. Okay.
We got him.
Rayquaza's trying to show you something. That much you
Wait,
can tell.
what?
Rayquaza's given you a couple of like looks at the like an eye look, like down, like you watching this type of feel.
Wait, what?
And you notice that now.
Oh, okay. I think at this point Kyle is no longer lazily lounging. He's like
Huh?
sitting up or like standing up and like trying to like get an idea of what's being shown.
And all you can get is that Rayquaza's trying to make a shape. Again, you got 4 sides, and that's basically all the information you've got.
Can
But
I
you
like?
can tell
Can I, like,
Rayquaza's showing you this on purpose.
Yeah. Can I like make? I've been making eye contact with Rayquaza at points, right?
You have, and now for the first time, Rayquaza at least recognizes your existence
Yeah.
as sort of implying, like, "Hey, look at me, look what I'm doing," that sort of thing.
I think Kyle is gonna look up at him and like kind of like half shrug his arms in frustration of just like What are you doing? What are you trying to tell me? Like just give him a shrug and just like you know, like when you're like,
just a what?
why? Like you know,
Right.
the arm moving. I'm just like, what? Why?
Yep. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But Rayquaza just continues to do their little 4-sided formation. Now, obviously, had you done perception, I would have told you what this is. But if you passed it, but then you wouldn't know why, or at least you wouldn't know if it mattered.
Yeah.
So there you go. All he got is 4-sided thing that Rayquaza is intently trying to show you.
Okay.
The reason why you're not able to tell is as you notice that make this investigation check and realize Rayquaza is trying to show you this on purpose. Rayquaza starts to fade away. Everything starts to fade away as you exit out
All right.
of the dream
Okay.
and wake up with a start in your bed.
Yup. That was an eventful night.
Just open your eyes like, oh my gosh. Huh? It's kind of like
Yeah.
exasperated.
I'm trying to think if there's any debriefing that needs to happen, because I think Adam and Kyle.
It is also still.
It's still the middle of the
night.
night.
Yeah, it's still middle of the night.
I'm aware. But I do think Kyle's gonna try and excuse me. I do think Kyle's gonna try and very quickly think through everything that happened now that he's awake, and it's just all right. So,
sure. Feel free to talk with the audience here.
No,
welcome everyone.
I'm just thinking out loud here.
Yeah,
So,
just think out loud. You're just talking to. I was gonna say you're talking to Manaphy, but Manaphy's in the other room. You're talking to yourself.
Yeah. And Kyle's just kind of thinking to himself at this point. It's just all right. So they were after the fiery drum. The fiery drum wasn't there. I know where the fiery drum is, so there's no real need to debrief on that. The only new information that we've gotten is that Hoopa is the leader and the mole.
Well, as a reminder, Adam was there for the portion there. Presumably speaking, Adam could also provide this information.
But that's the thing. Adam knows all of this.
Correct.
So there's no need to debrief Adam, and I'm assuming if Adam wants to debrief everyone on this, Adam's gonna call a big meeting and let everyone know what just went down.
Mm-hmm.
Is Kyle's assumption.
Okay.
So I don't think Kyle is gonna bring anything else up unprompted, and is just gonna go ahead with business as usual. I think is kind of the end result here. Because as far as for the rest of the recruits, since Hoopa's the mole, it can't Hoopa being the mole doesn't change our day-to-day operations in any real tangible way, because we have no real way of working around that at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We know Hoopa knows.
Hoopa knows everything, probably more.
No,
honestly,
but Hoopa doesn't know everything, because Hoopa thought the fiery drum was in the volcano and didn't know that had the fiery drum. So Hoopa doesn't know everything, but Hoopa knows enough to where and Hoopa is going to continue to know enough to where we can't the knowledge of Hoopa being the mole doesn't change our day-to-day operations, so that's fine. They didn't get any legendary items, that's fine. We can just continue on our business as usual and gather all the items.
So how does this change your thought process about the mole itself? At this point,
well, there's no searching anymore. Now every recruit, Kyle to this point had been mostly trusting of everyone. Now Kyle's just fully trusting of everyone, because
you know who the bad guy is, I guess.
Exactly. Right. There is full trust, and Kyle is fairly confident that Hoopa said themselves that there is no mole. It's just me. I know everything. I'm one of the legendaries. Duh.
I was about to make a JoJo joke. It's you thought there was a mole, but it was me, Hoopa.
No, exactly. Hoopa's I don't need a mole in your ranks. This is all fine.
I am the mole. Yeah.
And everything that's been kind of funky and oh man, the bad guys are kind of it's all Hoopa. So Kyle has no reason to be wary of not only all the recruits he's met so far, but all of the future recruits. And basically, and if they're being controlled by Hoopa, there's a very clear sign. So it's fine. We're good. Let's roll.
Right. Okay. Cool. Anything else you want to discuss with yourself as the night continues on?
I think Kyle thinks through it. He arrives at all this conclusion. He's all right. So I guess tomorrow I'm just waking up and doing my guild business and figuring out how we're gonna get to the coastline to take Manaphy to see Kyogre, and that's it. We're done.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Business as usual. We're waking up and we're doing the thing.
Gotcha.
Time to get some rest.
Yeah. All right. If that's everything, then you continue to go to sleep, and for the first time in a long time, I could change the date as we shift over. I mean, presumably that was happening, 2 in the morning, but for all intents and purposes, we're changing the date. It's now July 30th. It's a Saturday.
Yeah, this day has lasted like
Half the arc.
Yeah. This day has lasted like 3 or 4 episodes at this point.
Yep.
Which means in real time, like it's taken us like 2 months to progress one day in this story.
Yep, very, very true. But the next morning, as I quote every Mystery Hunter game, the next morning, you wake up bright and early. It's a Saturday. Got killer music in the background.
I was just gonna keep the music going as you did your little intro, but
go for it. Yeah, sure. No, go for it.
Nope. You interrupted and it's gone. You had your chance.
So, all right. Well, so as we wake up early in the morning, you notice no one wakes you up. It's a Saturday, but Guild War 10 generally happens on a Saturday. Maybe the battle hammers are different. Maybe they just let you sleep in. Maybe you miss your alarm clock. Anyways, it's 8 in the morning.
Has Kyle been woken up at any of the other guilds before? I don't think that's a thing.
No, you haven't been woken up by any of the guilds, but you also know all the other guilds, at least presumably from how I've been operating, has a 7-day-a-week work schedule. In exchange,
but Kyle's never been woken up.
Oh yeah, so you may not think that necessarily, but no, no one's coming to wake you up. If that was a thing, alarm clock, whatever it was, didn't run through. Maybe you didn't even set it. If there was one in the first place. It's like 8:15, slightly later than you normally wake up, presumably, seeing as 8:30 is the call time.
Yeah.
No one seems to have woken you up. No one. You just casually wake up.
Yeah. No, I don't think for Kyle it's any cause for concern. I think Kyle's gonna be like a little disappointed that he overslept, but also considering the night he has, he's gonna be like, all right, well, hope no one's upset that I overslept a bit, and goes through his morning routine and goes down and gets his breakfast and gets ready for his guild day.
You head downstairs, and the only people at the table are Wigglytuff and presumably Manaphy. Wigglytuff is carrying a backpack with him.
Okay.
So Sindoran's carrying a backpack with him that you, for all intents and purposes, know is Manaphy. No one else is there. Wigglytuff just chewing on a piece of toast.
I think Kyle's gonna get his food, get his fruit, get his nuts and whatever else he's gonna have this fine morning, and plop down across from Zendoran and just start chowing down.
So
I think Kyle recognizes that he overslept, so of course everyone else is gone. Or that's Kyle's assumption, at least.
Okay. As time continues on, though, you kind of just wait for something to happen, and nothing seems to be happening. No one seems to be coming downstairs. You don't see any action in the guild or anything like that.
Well, like, how much time has passed? Because I assume that Kyle's just eating and then...
Yeah, so I'd say you woke up at 8:15. You probably popped down a little bit late, like 8. How long does it take? Half an hour, maybe, to get ready and all that?
I was gonna say, I feel like by now it's like 8:45.
Yeah, by this point it's like 8:45, 9-ish, somewhere around that line, and you haven't seen anybody. In at least all the other guilds, you would see people pop in occasionally. You'd see them. The kitchen is open to the front hallway, for example. You'd see somebody walking through, but nothing, no action.
I think as Kyle's like wrapping up his breakfast, I think Kyle's just gonna turn to Zendoran and be like, so no one else has is no one else around? Is everyone gone? Did I miss a memo or something?
Zendoran, who has just real casual like rolled a berry into the backpack, just kind of looks around, and is like, I never really noticed, but you're right. No one seems to be here. Maybe I'll go take a look. Zendoran kind of gets up, leaves the backpack with you. The backpack is literally just Manaphy, who is now
all right.
Just staring at this berry, like wondering. This is a new berry to Manaphy, and it's like,
This one's bumpy.
This one bumpy. That's gonna mean it's gonna taste bumpy. That doesn't taste bumpy.
I don't know what bumpy tastes like, but that's not it.
Maybe it's like, I don't know a lot of things, but what I do know is this ain't bumpy.
This is not the flavor of bump.
Manaphy's currently having this scientific discussion as Zendoran takes a look around the guild. A couple of minutes pass by, at which point Manaphy has consumed this berry, has decided after eating the entire thing, they don't like it.
Unfortunate.
No, but Manaphy, it's also Manaphy deliberately taking each bite and then afterwards being like, nah, that ain't it.
But let me try again.
Yeah, but let me try again. Maybe the second bite's good. Nah. Maybe the third bite. Like, just have that for multiple.
It's a vicious cycle, is what it is.
Basically. But you enjoy, presumably, Manaphy having berry contemplations as.
I think since Sandoran left the bag, Kyle can't, leave Manaphy unattended, so Kyle's just gonna sit and wait, I guess.
Yeah, Sandoran pops out a couple of minutes later, so Kyle, no one is here. Now, should I be concerned, severely concerned, or losing my mind right now? Which one of these 3 levels should I be at?
Kyle just kind of... I think Kyle just holds up 1.
Okay, slight concern it is. Huh. Hey, Kyle. This seems concerning to me.
I think Kyle just nods, and what direction did Zandoran go in? Did he do a scan of the whole first floor or something, or?
Yeah, he popped out, kind of looked around the different rooms in this bottom floor. He didn't go down other corridors, presumably existing.
Yeah.
Went upstairs, kind of knocked around the rooms up there, and came back down.
Yeah.
Was like, hey,
Okay.
No one's here.
I think Kyle's gonna do a little bit of checking around himself. I think Kyle's the 3 places Kyle's gonna check. I think first he's gonna pop by Echo's office, see if Echo's there. Then, presuming no, Kyle's gonna check the board, the job board, to see if there's anything there. And if neither of those give any indication as to anything that could be happening, I think Kyle's gonna check to see if someone's at the front desk on his way out.
Okay.
That's Kyle's 3-step plan.
Gotcha. Are you taking Manaphy with you, or are you leaving Manaphy with?
No,
Sandoran?
Manaphy stays with Sandoran.
Gotcha. Sandoran takes Manaphy, thinks of a couple of rooms down another corridor that he'll go check while you do your 3-step plan. So Sandoran takes Manaphy and starts heading down one of those hallways. You check Echo's office. Echo, not on the, not in the office down, not in the roof office, right? Because you've got all those cabinets up there, not anywhere up there. You took the job board. It does look like a lot of the jobs have been taken, though that might also just be a light day. There's still a few things there if you want to take them yourself.
I think Kyle's gonna come back to the board just after making sure that nothing crazy has gone on.
Okay. And where was the last place that you were checking, if you could remind me?
The front desk, the reception kind of area.
Gotcha. Front desk, no one is there.
No one's there, and there's no, out of office note or anything. And there's nothing, on the front door of the building either, I assume.
Nope, nothing on the front door. There's no notes or anything like that. Everyone's vanished, effectively. At least from our perspective.
Okay.
So Doran comes back from one of the hallways, just gives you a shrug, there's no one down there. Manaphy pops out of the bag and is just giving you a nope. Now somehow having bubble sunglasses, as if this is some sort of CSI mission.
Oh yeah, of course.
They don't work. I mean, they're see-through. They're kind of foggy at best, but...
No, I think what Manaphy may have tried to do is try to breathe extra heavy into some of the bubbles to make them somewhat translucent and make them the lenses,
Yep. The downside, all it's done is just fog up the glasses, and so Manaphy's looking at the door instead of at you.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. Manaphy tried. But no, I think Kyle's just gonna kind of just give him a shrug and just be yeah, I mean, if the day passes and no one's around, I think that's when we really get worried. But for now, I guess just business as usual.
Okay, cool. You remind me, or change it if it doesn't apply to how we did it previously, because this isn't that big of a deal. Are you a do jobs in morning or do jobs in afternoon person?
I don't think we established that for the battle hammers yet. So
in that case, are you a do jobs in morning or do jobs in afternoon person?
I think considering no one is around, so Kyle, doesn't have anyone to show him what needs to be done around here. Kyle's just gonna go to the job board, take a couple odd jobs there, and go out and do those.
Okie doke. We're gonna go through. I haven't used this in I think 46 years. Since these missions are in effect regular old missions that don't really need to be played through, I have a system in place to randomly give you the rewards for them, assuming you survive the missions.
Yeah, we did that a couple times.
Right. So let's find this out. Let me see. Where is the thing from the thing? Okay. So you grab one mission. It's just a big, beefy mission, I guess. This is going to take up your entire morning. This is gonna be. Ooh, does Zendoran help you?
Zandoran's not a member of the
Yeah,
Battle
Zendoran's
Hammers.
not a recruit, so Zendoran's kind of just chilling.
Well, Zandoran's a recruit. Zandoran's not a battle.
Or not, sorry, not a recruit, not a battle hammer, yes. So,
Yeah, so
Zendoran's just kind of vibing. All right, in that case,
I think Zendoran, I imagine, like, Kyle's just like, all right, man, if he's just chilling with Zendoran, seeing what Zendoran gets up to and hanging out with Zendoran as Zendoran, like, explores this, Steelford City or whatever.
Mhm.
Or whatever, whatever it is Zendoran is doing to fill his day.
Yeah, so, let's see what I can do here.
Going out and finding more jewelry.
That you're going to stress over, being like, decision-making time.
Listen, you present me with the red orb and the blue orb, and I get terrified. Considering our plan is to meet Kyogre.
All right, let's go see what we get here. Okie doke. So I'm gonna need.
I heard it die. I heard it die hit the table. I am scared.
Okay, I need you. I might not be doing this correctly, but whatever. I need you to roll me. Yeah, okay. I need you to roll me a D100. Yeah, let's go with that. D100.
That is a 31.
Okay, what is your max health?
43?
Okay.
No, sorry, 45.
All right, good. Okay, so 100 was the right number to go with. Yeah, so you take, you rolled 31, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you take half that as damage as you return back. Yeah.
Why?
Take
So
half that as damage.
Do I take 15 or 16?
Round down, so 15.
Okay.
So you,
What was my thing? What was I doing? What did I do to take damage?
So, all right, what do we do here? Let me think of the first thing I think of. Great. So there was a roadblock. We're making this up on the spot. There was a roadblock. It's one of those standard, typical situations. Giant rock in the middle of the road. You decided, hey, I'm a grass type. I just, take a leaf, wag it, just throw it at the rock a couple times, and presto, game over. Except
The
when
rock
those
was an onyx.
no, the rock was fine. The problem is the rock, when it broke, it started tumbling down this down road, effectively, which is downhill, chasing after you. Thus, you are sitting here like running away, trying to like shoot down all these rocks to make them small enough that they're pebbles. You get dealt some damage, and then afterwards, it's been a long time sweeping. That is what
Okay.
I've gone with. This is now canon.
Okay. I guess inanimate objects can learn rock throw. Okay.
I think it was just a massive rollout.
Kyle caught the end of a rollout.
Basically, I got good news for you though. Let's see. Step 1, so mission rewards, because you did a mission and get some rewards. Let's go with the easy ones, which are the ones that I've already calculated. Number 1, experience. Somehow, breaking this rock got you 160 experience points.
Nice. Okay. 35 plus 16 is 51.
35 plus 16 is 51, yes.
So it's 3518 experience now, which is a level up.
Hey, great.
Nice. Let me take care of this bonus now. So
Remind me what level you are now?
27.
I don't think that's a new move yet. I think you go on every 4th level.
I don't know if it's quite that cut and dry.
I'm lying. 27, right?
Yeah.
Great. You have the opportunity to learn Double Team.
Ooh.
And I don't know what Double Team does in the system, which is kind of terrifying.
Doesn't Double Team just raise evasiveness?
Yes, but I don't, because in the Mystery Dungeon games, Double Team, to put it lightly, is broken. I don't know if I did the same thing here.
I don't know if you did the same thing. I think Double Team just like basically buffs
It
accuracy
makes
checks
things
by
one
2.
harder, yes.
Or one, yeah. So like if I spam Double Team enough, it gets broken because people need to beat like a 10 or beat
Right.
like a 15, but that takes a while.
Right, okay, so it's not as broken as it could have been.
It's not as broken, considering most accuracy rolls are like pretty
Standard is
fair.
6, yeah.
Like 100 accuracy is 6, so like Double Team
You have
not
to,
incredibly broken.
So 70, no, what's this? You have to beat 6, right, usually? So that would be...
Moves that are 100% accurate are actually like, what are they? 14 out of 20. That's
70% accurate.
7. They're actually, if it's 100% accurate, it's 70% accurate
Basically.
at the Anirudh region.
Yes.
So
Because the alternative would be battles would be really short.
yeah, but yeah. So I don't think there are any moves I have that are worth getting rid of for double team. I'd much rather have Detect.
Maybe there's a move relearner in this universe.
Maybe, but I mean,
Technically, there is. Like, there are characters in games that allow you to relearn the moves, and presumably someone in this universe. If I want to keep this
there's
as
someone out there. But,
mystery dungeony as possible, but
yeah, I mean, like my moveset right now is Detect, and then my attacking moves are Quick Attack, Slam, Assurance, Giga Drain. None of which are moves I particularly want to give up.
oh shoot, I'm lying. Maybe this changes things slightly.
Oh, did you read the wrong move?
No, I read the wrong experience number. It's not 160 experience points. It's 60 experience points.
Oh,
Is that
why? Why do you tease me with a level up and then just take it away?
I was lying about
The
everything.
line was 3,500, my guy. You just bumped me right back down.
Lies and slander. You don't actually get anything. Yeah, I didn't realize I had my own chart for this.
You said.
Yeah.
You sadden me and you break my heart. All right, tell me what else I get.
Significantly less now. Now that I've realized that I did the math wrong. You did the experience points, so that's.
I got 60 XP. It's like I knocked out like a bounce suite or something. All right, let's move.
Okay, that's more equivalent to Big Rock. Monetary gain, you gain 200 poke.
Oh, cool. All right, that's something.
And recruit stuff, like the recruiting points. I'm keeping
guild
track of
points.
this on my end. You gain 30 points, which
I'm at
is
295 now.
You're in at 295, which this is hilarious. You are 5 points away from moving up a rank.
I am aware, and I am upset.
Uh,
My inventory is still way too small.
right. Literally, you could.
I can sweep the front porch of the building.
basically,
and be
then
able
just
to
get
get five, like literally be able to get 50% more bag space.
Yep.
Literally 50% more.
Yep.
All
Them's the
right.
breaks, though. Anyway, that's all your rewards today, as we end this morning.
Hello, this is Mohammed filling in for our GMPMDM Anirudh, and I want to thank you for listening to the episode. Remember, we drop new episodes every week, so be sure to follow or subscribe to Not a Scratch on whatever platform you're listening to us on now. If you're enjoying the show and want to support us in any way, shape, or form that you can, the best way to do so is to spread the good word and share us with a friend, cousin, dog, or your mailman. Just make sure the dog doesn't find out. Also, leave us a review on your podcasting platform of choice. Reviews are a great way to not only give us advice on how to improve the show, but also bring in new people to the Not a Scratch community. Speaking of which, follow us on Twitter at NotAScratchCast and join our Discord server. We've already got a great community of folks there and would love for you to join. Also, check out our website at www.notascratchcast.com, where you can find a catalog of all of our episodes, our merch store with some fantastic items, and an art page featuring a growing collection of both commissioned and fan art. We want to thank Glitchx City for Kirby's Dream Land Lo-Fi Remix, Pokemon Center Theme Lo-Fi Remix, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver Route 47 Remix, and Pokemon Tower Remix V2. We also want to thank Tabletop Audio for the songs Solemn Vow and Arabesque. We also want to shout out our patrons, Jenny, Ursa93, Eli, Damon Liger, Lord Toffee, and Simon Palawakin. The Not a Scratch Patreon is the place to get some great perks around the show, including early access to episodes, behind the scenes looks at all of the craziness that goes on, and a shout out here in the episodes, along with much more. If you're sick of my voice and or Kyle's character, check out the Enduring Cast, where Anirudh runs other campaigns with a bunch of other amazing folks. I'm slowly becoming more of a podcast person in my everyday life, and the current campaign, Operation E-Clock, has such an interesting premise that it's helping change my stubborn old ways. For more information on everything I've mentioned, check out the links in the episode description. If you want to get in touch with us with any questions, comments, or concerns, or if you'd like to promote your podcast here on Not a Scratch, reach out to us on Twitter, Discord, or email us at notascratchcast@gmail.com. Now, let's see if Anirudh has any more wrenches to throw my way.
Anyway, it's around noonish at this point as you're returning back, and Yeah, so you return back to the Battlehammer's place, I presume, unless you're going to travel around the city a little bit more.
No, I don't know. Kyle returns for lunch and to make sure people are alive.
You return back for lunch. Nobody's there.
Still, no one's there.
No one's there. Also, Sindoran's not there, though. You know he's in town somewhere with
Yeah,
men.
Zindoran's I trust Zindoran. Zindoran's fine. Weird. Has anything changed? Like, have any jobs been taken off the board? Has any food been cooked? Has
Nope.
the gym been used?
Nope.
Is there any signs of anyone having been here in the past 5 hours?
Nope.
Or I guess 3 hours. Okay.
Nothing.
Well,
Yeah,
then,
you don't even need to roll anything with this. This is clearly nothing has happened.
that is slightly concerning.
You just hear a voice in your head, Sindoran, being like, "Should I go to 2 now?"
Are we at a 2? Is this
We're not
a 2?
yet.
All right. I don't know where. I don't know where to even think to begin looking is the issue, because
Sure. So what are you thinking here?
either
Not just where you're looking, like in town, out of town. Where is your frame of?
it would probably be. I can't imagine there's something in town that has taken the entirety of the Battlehammer staff and me not notice. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know whether the move is to try and ask around to see if anyone knows what's going on in the town, because that could just raise, like, a level of alarm that doesn't need to be raised, or if it's better to just go out and investigate on my own, you know?
Mm-hmm. I got you.
But clearly something's up. I almost kind of want to go back to where all of the crocodiles were doing their shenanigans the day before, because apparently that's a regular occurrence, so maybe they're back up that way.
Okay, so you want to head out towards the quicksand pits, effectively up there.
I guess, and I think, excuse me. I think Kyle might, like, if he runs into anyone on his way out of town, might just ask and just be like, "Hey, you haven't seen so and so or so and so," you know?
Okay. Sure. So as you're going there by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. As you head up there, presumably.
Like, Steelport City is still, like, you know, the normal level of hustle and bustle.
Yeah,
It's
everyone
not a
seems to
ghost
be-
town.
It's
Like,
not a ghost town.
literally the only thing that's weird right now is the fact that the Battlehammers are just apparently MIA.
Right. Nothing too problematic, it seems. Sorry, I don't know what I was saying. I was trying to speak as the town. From the town's perspective, there's nothing problematic because they don't normally see the Battlehammers, you know, constantly beating up bad
Moving
guys on
around,
their streets,
yeah.
right? Presumably,
Yeah.
maybe today's a slow day. They're just chilling at their house. You head out of town up. What did I say? It was southeast, I think I said.
Yes, that sounds about right.
Right, southeast towards the mountains. effectively.
Down and to the right is southeast. Yes.
Towards the mountainous areas, and you remember this area being where the quicksands pits were, and even now you can sort of see some of them, though they seem to be more naturally forming rather than specific move versions. You can kind of tell the difference between the two now that you've had experience.
Yeah, I know what
dealing
a sand
with
tube feels like now.
Correct, yeah. But it doesn't look like anyone's here. You look around, you see sand, and more sand. There's the mountains. There's a few Pokemon you can tell in the distance that are at the mountains, but those are presumably miners that have been there. But as you've been in the town for a day or two, you've kind of noticed, oh yeah, a lot of Pokemon tend to work in the mines.
Yeah. Okay. I guess if there's nothing suspicious around here, what Kyle might do is do like a perimeter sweep around the city, if that is at all doable.
All right,
Like
so just
like going around the outskirts of the city, seeing if there's, you know, any sign of, hey, going in this direction out of the city, something seems sus.
Okay. As you're
Kyle's
doing
putting
this,
on a detective hat.
all right. Well, it sounds like an investigation to me. So, as Detective Kyle gets into action, go ahead and roll me an investigation roll.
The much-awaited sequel for Detective Pikachu, Detective Trika.
Yes, it's the
Oh,
same
like,
thing,
oh.
only in a tree.
You know, that joke was awful, and I deserve this. That one.
Nat 1.
That joke was so bad that I'm not even mad. I deserve that roll. I agree with my die.
Okay, I'm gonna give you information. This is the worst part.
No, that's concerning that you're giving me information on a nat 1. That's concerning.
You're
throwing me a red herring right now.
Or I'm just throwing you a bad situation.
No, you're throwing me a red herring.
So you start heading back to the city, presumably going to do like, hey, maybe I'll just look around all the houses, not the houses. I'll look around like the outside gated-esque
All
area.
the roads in and out of the city.
Roads and everything like that.
Yeah.
Big, maybe there's a giant traffic jam. Maybe they just got stuck in traffic for work. That's it. So as you're heading back, though,
Stuck in traffic for work when they all live
in
at
this
their workplace.
Yep, you know how it is. Traffic
Yeah,
is crazy sometimes.
That traffic waiting for the elevator to get down to the first floor, it goes kind of crazy.
It's that basically. They've just been waiting at the elevator for 5 hours, and Sandoran was using the stairs, so that's why they didn't cross paths.
People and their refusal for cardio gets it every time.
Anyway, how do I do this?
Carefully.
Yeah, I have to word this carefully, but make sure I can properly do this.
Uh-oh. That's never what you want to hear as a player. Although also I guess it means your DM kind of cares and is kind of doing a good job. But also that's never what you want to hear as a player.
Okay.
This isn't terrifying.
Let's go with this. You head back into town and notice someone rushing at you. Not rushing at you is the wrong word. Running from the town in your direction.
Okay. Who is this someone?
Behind you, you hear a voice of someone calling your name.
I think so you're telling me either I figure out what this person running is doing and ignore my name being called in this city where like 6 different people know my name.
Where a grand total of like my hand number of people possibly know my name.
Well, I'm a
Not
Trico.
even that.
I'm a Trico,
Actually,
so it's both
that might
hands.
actually be.
I'm a Trico, so it's both hands.
Exactly, yeah.
Or I turn around, figure out who's calling my name, and potentially get mowed down right here.
No, I'll give you the information. This is just gonna make things worse. Ignore all the roles and stuff that we've been doing so far. There's a person in front of you that's running in your direction. You'll eventually find out who that is. There's a person behind you calling your name. You'll eventually find out who it is. As they rush towards you, this is probably a better way to do this.
They're both rushing towards me. Okay.
They're both rushing towards you. In fact, they're both now at this point calling your name.
Oh well, gee.
I'm gonna make this easier because it's gonna be made harder in the future. Da 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 da. They both reach you, and you notice 2 different people that you recognize pretty well. They're people that know you. In front of you is Sandoran, who looks panicked.
Okay, Zendoran was coming from the city and is panicked.
Is panicked.
Does Zendoran have his? Okay, before you say anything else, Zendoran has his backpack. Yes.
No, Sandoran. So Sandoran is in front of you. Behind you is Ford, the Badoo.
Okay.
Looking just as panicked.
Okay.
Forward Sierra, Sierra the Badoo, /Sierra the Badoo, looking just as panicked.
Yeah.
Nobody else is there.
No, this is bad. This is bad.
Both of them are rushing at you, looking panicked, and coming at you, and they're just spurting words out that don't make any sense, even if you'd had the full context.
Kyle, like after a half second of this, Kyle just like he turns to be like not facing either of them and puts a hand up in either direction. It's like stop, stop.
I wish I could do. Maybe that's too much work. I was gonna be like, maybe in edit, I'll just have 2 different breathing mechanisms. That seems complicated.
Yeah, you can figure it out.
I mentioned it, so now it's probably gonna happen.
You can double attract and make that happen.
Anyway,
all right. Kyle puts both a hand up on either side of him, and when they both shut up, he holds a hand up to Ford as if to just say, "Wait a second," and turns to Zendoran with a look of just like. Because Kyle recognizes that he doesn't have the backpack, and Kyle is looking at him like, dude.
Sandoran, noticing the situation here, namely that Ford is here, just looks at you and shakes his head.
Like, shakes his head as in, like
disappointedly shakes his head.
He's
not going to say anything in this situation. He's just going to look at you and just go like that.
Yeah.
As if you could see me. I'm just like, yeah, he's going to do this. You get it?
No. I actually I can see what you are doing right now, and
he can't actually, but he gets it.
No, like this is a meta game we've kind of developed at this point of just we describe a gesture well enough that we can visualize it.
Basically.
Kyle is still having Ford be quiet, and he's just gonna look at Zendoran, and Zendoran is like, not trying to speak. And Kyle's just gonna go, "Can I ask you this once? What happened to your bag?"
Taken is all he can spurt out. And you can tell one thing about it now. Make an investigation check. Or insight actually.
Is insight beauty?
Insight is beauty.
Why must you do this to me? Well, 11 minus 1 is 10. I got something.
Sandoran is poisoned.
Okay.
Sandoran's also a fairy type.
Well, I'm assuming if Zendoran is poisoned, Zendoran has gotten absolutely bodied.
Right, Sandoran has used most of his energy to rush out of here. This poison continuously taking a toll as he's out here. Just looks at you. You could tell this poison's really getting to him. It's not fading in a proper way that poison tends to fade over time. Because in this universe, unlike in the main series game, poison tends to fade.
Yeah. Kyle is gonna take a Petra. Kyle has this surprisingly, like, I don't know how I have this exact berry right now, but this works. I have a Petra berry. Kyle's gonna take a Petra berry out of his bag, give it to Zendoran, and hold up his hand and just say, "Wait right here." And it's gonna turn to Ford. And
Zendoran takes the berry, starts eating it, and then just like sits down, and you notice he's like fully, basically knocked out at this point, like resting from just pure exhaustion.
Okay. Does he look like he needs an orange berry too?
Maybe.
Or does he look like he could use more of an apple?
Honestly, he could use both, but right now at this point, he is stable.
All right, that's all I need. The Petra berry's out of my inventory. I'm not giving him an apple yet. He needs to sit down and he needs to wait his turn. Ford, go.
Ford turns to you.
Kyle sees Zendoran, sits down, just gives him a hand and just says, "All right, wait a second." Like, puts up his hands and is like, "Wait here." And turns to Ford with a look of just like, "What?"
Ford looks to you. Just as panicked right now, especially seeing Zendoran, this like elderly gentleman that's helped out over the past few days. All elderly as in like, above the age of 15. Elderly gentleman looking panicked as heck, but turns to you and just like spurts out, the mine. We were in there doing a mission. This was something contracted beforehand, so we didn't feel like bothering you. We thought you'd be cool, and then we went to the mine, and now we're all disappeared. I don't know how I escaped, but we help.
You're really doing this to me, huh?
You rolled a nat 1.
Yeah, I know I rolled a nat 1. I didn't roll a 0. Come on. Oh my goodness. Okay.
So we have a stable yet somewhat Zendoran right now who says backpack disappeared. Y'all know what that means.
No, that is obviously the more pressing of the two. Like, my choice here is very clear. It's just, how do I justify this decision?
And then on the other hand, you have you know where everybody is. The downside is, if the entire guild disappears, that's kind of an L for a lot of reasons.
No, yeah. Like this is the safety of the many over the safety of the few kind of deal right here. Now, I'm gonna try and justify all of this. All right.
You go for it. I do what you gotta do.
All right.
Feel free to manipulate whatever is. This is your plate. Feel free to manipulate whatever you want at your disposal to try to get out of this jam.
Oh yeah, no.
MacGyver your way out of this with a rubber band, a paperclip, and half a bottle of water.
All right. So Kyle is gonna look at Ford. Gonna take in what he just said. He's gonna be like, because I think like Ford is the one who he's built the most rapport with at this point. I'm like, Ford like has been there but has not been there that long. He's still kind of a younger guy. Kyle's been around a bunch of guilds, so like they might be like, I wouldn't say they're close in experience at all because Ford's been doing this much longer, but like it kind of feels like, there's kind of a peer relationship there, right?
Yeah, you two relate.
Yeah. So I think Kyle is gonna look to Ford and just be like, okay, if the entire guild is in that mine, I'm not gonna be able to help you out on my own. I need, and points to Zendoran, this guy with me. So wait here, or go back to headquarters, whichever one you want to do. Let me help Zendoran out, and then I'll meet you, and we'll take care of this. All right? I won't be long.
Okay. I'm gonna get prep in in HQ. Hurry, please.
Kyle gives him a nod and just be like, I'll be there as soon as I can. Be ready to head out. And
Ford starts booking it to
okay,
the
Ford
HQ.
starts booking it. Perfect.
Unless you have anything else to add, but
No.
otherwise,
I have nothing else to add for Ford.
Ford
All right.
gone.
Now we turn back to Zendoran. And how's Zendoran looking?
The poison seems to be fading. Despite
Okay.
eating the full Petra berry, it doesn't seem like it's gone, which is not how that's supposed to work.
That's not how that's supposed to work at all. And Kyle's just gonna be like, I don't know how I'm gonna phrase this, but Kyle's
gonna be like, Sindoran, leave, and just leaves. Just like, Sindoran, I'm afraid. Look, man, we gotta cut our losses here. Get on.
Yeah, look, buddy, it's been real, but no. I think Kyle's just gonna be like, okay. Kyle's gonna turn to Zendoran and be like, okay, do you want to talk here? Do you want to go someplace a little quieter?
Sindoran, who is now kind of awoken in sort of a fade, not a fade, like somewhat stable, kind of like just regular. I don't even know what I'm saying. In a sort of daze. There you go. That's the word I'm thinking of. Wakes up in sort of a daze.
Mm-hmm.
Pops up, immediately collapses to the ground, and then stands back up again. Now looking much older than he actually is. Not like literal looking, but like feels a lot older.
Yeah,
than he actually is.
like he feels like garbage.
And just starts just pointing at you and just like, no, going into town. Come on. And starts heading
right.
into town.
All right, we're schmoving. We're moving.